Good evening, Milton.
Good evening.
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. And I thought last summer's epidemic was difficult.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect. What? What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling in...
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here. You've picked the wrong fight.
Harriet Jones. Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on.
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans,
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof...
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've... The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
The daily routine.
Hello again, Doctor.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Evening.
Have you...
If you want to know what's going on here...
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sensible.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less.
Then it's another good reason for me to...
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's...
In her madness, she never refers to my scars.
Goodbye for now. Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich.
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on with it?
I have no time for mortal games.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft?
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming...
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange...
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a...
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
I'll leave you. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Rick.
Pippa, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
How can you be affected by the misery around you, and be so heartless at the same time? Which is the real you, Nurse Hawkins?
I could ask you the same question, Dr. Reed. Are you more real when you lie to a dying patient, or when you grant him useless medication?
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
What can you tell...
Let me get...
Goodbye, Nurse. It's locked.
sorry you ended up on a plain and cold medical bench, sir.
It's locked.
Very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
It's locked, all right. It's locked. Good evening. Have you heard of someone...
Pardon me, sir, but
Please show me.
Of course.
Please...
Of course.
Good evening, Miss...
Good evening, Dr.
Goodbye for now, Miss...
I will not let you go, boy.
I'm quite busy.
Have you heard about any...
Blackmail?
Tell me, Waverley, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that...
Rivalry? I guess you could...
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered.
I really hope you're right about this, Dr. Ackroyd. I'm trusting your judgment on this.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibility.
Thank you. Good evening.
And good evening to you.
Have you heard any talk?
If you're running some official inquiry, you had better...
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced...
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the...
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Goodbye.
Do you need...
The matter of Lady Ashbury...
Oh, I know too much about this matter already.
I have met Lady Ashbury.
She's a fascinating...
She told me you've been doing all in your power to cure...
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her
We'll...
Hey, Doc.
I'll leave you for now.
Is this...
Have you heard?
Black...
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox.
This place is full of sickening.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses.
I'll leave.
Jesus, I've never seen so many people dying at the same time.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor. Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do. sort of creature is this? Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her. I can't believe I'm doing this.
listen to what the idiot had to say first.
Good evening, miss. I am
Who are you?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paid.
I'm not here to collect payment.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then?
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal...
Fair enough. Stay away from us, then.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they...
What can you tell...
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your...
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can...
Can I see...
As long as you have money, I'll show you... Foolish girl and her pretty principles. She's got no idea who she's dealing with.
I have this thirst for blood.
Get the fuck out, you crazy bastards! You won't get me here! Get out! Come on! And I will show you how a witch will stand business!
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts would be running completely amok.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again.
Goodbye, Miss Cox. Good evening.
Hello.
Can I offer you?
Giving out.
Perhaps I would.
Thank you. But don't expect me to owe you.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Pleasure, sir. Been a while since we've seen any new...
Good evening, sir. Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's...
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here.
So you won't tell me your name?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'd...
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier.
So, tell me about...
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want...
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status.
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The wet boot boys were...
Do you need medical help?
Yeah, I do.
So you can sell them on the black market? Sorry. I'll only...
Fair enough, Dr. Reed. Don't cost me nothing.
What can you tell me?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what...
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here, like...
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find...
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that...
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really. One of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives a shit.
Are you so heartless that you could pull the trigger and kill...
Have you looked around recently? Do you really think one more...
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal.
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much.
Goodbye. This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
Stop right now!
This is despicable.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please.
closed.
Get your weapons ready! We found one! I'll kill it! I'll send you back to the fucking grave! I hate leeches! Die, vermin!
Hey!
Am I right to assume your wife's letter pissed you off, Clay?
I was so mad I threw away the knife she got me when we got married.
Your wife gave you a knife as a wedding present.
That knife has always been my lucky charm. If I'd had it in my hand when I got stabbed on that pier, I'd not have been wounded.
Do you want it back?
I don't need it here, but if you become...
A grateful Clay Cox? I might just...
I can give you directions, but I'll be surprised if you manage to find it.
A lucky charm?
We all have our flaws, Doc. Mine's...
What can you tell me about your...
Marriage is the sweetest cage, they say. Well, I found myself locked...
You mean your wife keeps you on your...
No, I mean, we both have claws and we both love to...
I have found the gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox. Hello again, Mr.
Yes.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir.
Good evening.
Evening,
Mr. Thatcher.
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy...
I understand what you mean. I was...
No. Nobody can
Why were you locked in that sewer?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend.
Why did you run?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand it.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you...
That's what the bloody doctors said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get...
Oswald, why did you not...
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and...
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime.
Do you want...
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
As a soldier, you're expected to kill...
My God, you're so wrong. No.
An irrational...
Well, Doctor, take...
As a soldier...
My God, you're so...
Do you want...
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours...
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
As a soldier...
My God...
Goodbye. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan...
Dr. Reed. So it's you...
And you are...
Newton Blight.
Why do you stay here now that Mr.
It's complicated. Since the war...
Can you speak about...
Rats, sir. Even seeing one.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight?
War was...
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before?
No. We met in the battlefield.
I fought in France, too.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded.
What caused your
It happened last year following an artillery attack.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears.
I see. Goodbye, Mr.
That's it. Got that kindling. He's done for.
I cannot enter.
I think I'm losing
Good
my
evening.
mind.
What? Don't you reckon?
Don't take it.
Yes, you had definitely...
I'm Dyson.
What do you do for a living?
I drink.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly.
You sound very sad.
That's because I am, Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I?
Is there any...
How dare you?
No reason at all to rejoice, then?
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
A few years ago, when I believed...
What kind of trap?
It was a bomb.
You lost people.
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just...
Is there anything in particular that you like?
How dare you say such a thing? I love this name.
No reason at all to rejoice, then.
Let me tell...
Another...
How dare...
Why are you...
Cynicism is the polite way.
Surely...
Sure. I wanted things to change.
Sounds like...
No, sir.
Do you really think...
No. I believe we all can...
I want to know more about your past.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor. Make no mistake.
Do you still see your comrades, then?
No. I hope they'll come...
Do you believe in a bloodless
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But...
Goodbye.
Cause a problem is to solve one.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
There's got to be something can be done.